Yeah, you read the video title right. Just casually signed a couple of worldies. Nothing dramatic going on here. Nothing to see. Maybe go make a cup of tea. This probably won't be a short episode. I'll be honest. What's up, guys? Welcome back to episode number 56 of Passport to Poland. And I told you I had a big episode ahead, so it's gonna let's just get into it. But before I do that, thank you very much to the new subscribers. We're rapidly approaching that 100 mark. The most recent one was, if I can find the name, Dad Gamer was the most recent named one. There's been a few anonymous ones, but welcome one and all to our little journey here. Right, I said I was going to show you some transfers, and I also said make a cup of tea because we've brought in some absolute worldies. So let's go through them one by one, shall we? Okay, so it's been a busy old window. The first guy through the door was this guy, Diego Gonzalez, who I think you guys will remember because this is not his first spell with the club. He was on loan with us last season. You remember I tried to sign him and they said, oh, we want to use him in our first team, so we won't let you extend his loan. They used him once. He came up on as his contract ending, so I, you know, signed him pre-contract, and then I just bought him immediately. And we know he's going to turn into a quality player, so he has come back, and he's a very good addition to the squad. So that's the first guy through the boat, but let's not let's not stop there because I made a lot of signings. This guy came in, Hezron Reed. He's going to be a youngster we develop. He's going to go out on loan for a little while. He was predicted as being better than 3 stars by the scouts when I signed him, but it's fine. We'll have some faith. We'll see where he goes. He's come in. He might be good long term, might be a profit long term. We'll see what happens. But he's number 2 through the door. Also coming in, Jacob Zima, who is a centre half primarily that can play almost anywhere. Some good potential. My director of football found him actually, and I didn't object at all to him coming in. If he's got the potential it says he has, he's only cost us what, £65,000. So either he develops or he doesn't, but he does also meet our Polish players quota, which is good. He might be a useful player to have slotting in every so often. In fact, I don't know why I've left him in the seniors in the seconds. That's what I'm trying to say, because I feel like he's going to be a guy who needs to develop with the first team. So that's another guy in. Another one signed by the assistant manager, also the director of football, was Grzegorz Bursztyn, midfielder. He's coming from Lecce Zielona Góra. Apparently not big potential, but we'll see how it goes. He's very versatile, so maybe he's a player that we need to keep an eye on just to see how he develops. But he's coming on a free. Now we start getting into the big guns. I said I'd brought in some worldies, and this guy was at one stage a worldie. Keisuke Honda, who used to play for Vitesse Arnhem and Melbourne Victory and AC Milan and Moscow, and he's been everywhere. I didn't bring him into play. I brought him into mentor. He's retiring at the end of the season. I've got a few players who've come in that are retiring at the end of the season, but with these mentors, you just need a guy like this to be, teaching your youngsters, mentoring your youngsters. So I brought him in literally as a mentor because there was nothing I needed to do to actually improve the squad. I mean, we're walking away with the league right now, as I'll show you in a second. So it was just a case of I want to bring in a guy who can help develop those youngsters we've got at the club, and that's the primary reason he's in. He cost us absolutely nothing. He was manager of, I think, the Cambodian national team, which was weird. But also, it's not like I cared if he kept doing it. But apparently, me signing him from Vitesse effectively meant he had to resign. I don't understand. I'm confused that he's both playing for Vitesse and managing Cambodia in real life. But yeah, just, we'll go with it. He's mentoring some players. And yeah, by the way, not even the biggest name who's come in. Trust me, this is disgusting. This is Carlos Baca, 52 caps for Colombia. Again, brought in just to mentor things, so he could come in and probably do a job for us. And yes, I'm doing the slow build. I'm doing the slow build to the 2 biggest names. 3 big names, really, but the 2 biggest names, the 2 actual worldies that have come in. He has come in from Konyaspor, or he was actually available on a free, so we've picked him up. And again, he's played everywhere: Milan, Sevilla, Villarreal, Bruges. This guy's been about. So yeah, he's another big name in. and we're not even close to the biggest name in yet. So, you know, hang around, hang around. The next guy in, Lukasz Fabianski, who we've brought in from West Ham. Brought him in because he again is about to retire at the end of the season. He's got some good mentors. I've got a lot of young goalkeepers. I think he can teach them some stuff. He also meets our domestic player quota for squad registration, which is nice. He has taken Thomas Kuszak's number, which I think is fitting with his 56 caps for Poland. He cost us 20,000, but I think he's going to be worth his weight in gold if he can help our young keepers develop. So, I feel like we should do the big names now, and then I'll show you the guys who disappeared really quickly because it's way less important. Right, the first worldie that came in was Luka Modric. Luka Modric, look at those, that's dirty stats. He's still good enough for our first team. He's played 3 times for us. He's good enough to be in our first team. His physicals have gone, but frankly, who cares? He's going to be around for at least until the end of this season. He was talking about retiring before I signed him, but he seems to have changed his mind. So we might see if we can extend his contract to keep him as at least a mentor. But we all know Luka Modric. Luka Modric played for Tottenham, world-class player, then went to Real Madrid and kept being quality for a long time. I mean, this man's taken 45 million of transfer fees during his career, and he's just signed for us for nothing. And we've got Luka Modric in the bag. But wait, there's one more. And you might recognise Ivan Rakitic, who 125 caps for Croatia, pretty much says it all. Again, these stats are dirty. He is, I think, also on the verge of retiring, although he has signed a 1.5-year contract, so he'll be around mentoring for a while. Hopefully, again, his physicals have gone. I don't care, A, because we're walking over the league, and B, because I've signed Ivan Rakitic for Slask, which is a place you'd never ever dream he'd end up playing. He cost me £80,000 from Nîmes, who signed him on a free at the start of the season. His contract was up again, so I just went, alright, I'll offer you a contract and then I'll just buy out the rest of it. Did that, worth every single penny. And you know, he's had a fairly alright career. He's been decent. So yeah, that's the full list of incomings. Let me know in the comments below which one you think is the best signing I've made, because I genuinely have no idea, but that's some absolute world-class stuff. I know they're mostly old men, but also most of my squad is like 22, so it's probably going to help them develop as players. I think that's money well spent. So let's look at the players who have gone out. There's been a few gone out in this window. So obviously you saw in the last episode Marcel Piaszczek left. Nino Separovic has left to join Gornik, who are one of our league rivals. He was never going to make it here, so I let him go. He's not played for them yet, which kind of proves me right, because if he was good enough to be, or looking like being good enough to get into our first team, he would have played by now for them. Michal Szaflarski has joined Record BB. I don't even know what Record BB are. They're in the 3rd division, so he's gone. A free transfer was nothing drama. Marcin Dolgan gone to Mieszko, free transfer, not an issue. Elijah Dixon-Bonner, I decided he wasn't going to make the breakthrough. He's played like 12 times for us, I think he played a couple of cup games for us as well, but he's played 12 times in the league at least. And I think maybe once or he hasn't even played in the cup for us. There you go. So he's played 12 league games for us. I didn't think he was going to make it. He didn't have a spectacular time out on loan. It's 7.09, but it's not like he was racking up assists or anything of massive value for them. So I thought I'd probably let him go. I didn't think he was going to quite make it. I think the scout report will say I was probably right as well. 43 rating. He wasn't going to get there, but he has played for them in the Ekstraklasa, so you know he is at least good enough for their team. So we'll probably come across him again very shortly. I also let Max Hipper go to Vitsu, so he's also, I believe, gone to Lotz. Again, I didn't see him making the grade. He's not really developed as I thought he would. He's dropped down a division, but it's probably a good move for him, and he'll probably, I think they're in position to be looking at coming up. They are 3rd, so we might see him next season. But yeah, sad to see him go, but also, you know, it was time, and we got 32,500 for him. Patrick Szymanski and Steve Parsons have both gone on loan to Lechia. I should have learned how to pronounce that by now. Lechia Giatsoniov, maybe. They've both gone on loan there. Alexander Staviarts, who we saw in the last episode in the cup game, I said he needed to go and play some first division football, probably for a season just to develop a little bit. So he's gone to join Stomil, and we'll see how he develops over time. I think he could become a good player for them, and we'll hopefully see him again. One of the big loan out, I guess, is this guy, Bradley Wilson, who we've also seen a few times in the Cups. He's gone to Rakov Churtzal, who are in the same league as us. I don't feel bad about letting him go because he was kind of our second choice keeper, and Kjell Sherpen's been in good form, so we're not weaker for not having him. It was part of the reason that I brought in Fabianski as well, because if Fabianski's retired at the end of the season, that covers the loss of Wilson. And also means Wilson will play top flight football as a first choice goalkeeper for the rest of the season, which can only help him develop and hopefully come back to challenge next season. So I think that was good business. Radislav Bak, who we saw sort of breaking through in a couple of cup games for us a while back, second season. He played a couple of games for us, 4 games in total, and he was okay, but he didn't quite get there. So I thought, let's just take the money and sell him to Lotz as well, and we'll see if that comes back to bite me. Michel Borges, I've let go out on loan. He was on the fringes of our squad. He's played. It's not like he's not played this season. He has had 5 appearances for us this season. Played once last season as well. But I thought send him out to Arca, who we're playing today, on loan, and we'll see if he develops with getting some regular first team football in this division. Gabriel Melazzi has joined Stalmielec on loan, and again, it's just a chance for him to develop. He came in the last window, I think. He's the guy we signed from Juventus, so we'll see what he becomes playing for Stalmielec. So many outs. Maciej Korkus has joined Ruk Radzionkov. He's just gone because he's never going to make it, and I thought I'd give him a chance. And let's just go with him. Oh, Simon Chubik, the channel hero, bit of a legend, king of the channel. He has gone to Jarota, who I believe are in the 4th division or something stupid. 3rd division. He's gone out on loan. It's been a long time since he has been good enough at this level. Oh, they've got Paul Bookgeek, who I'm pretty sure is a guy I released as well. They've got a few players that we've heard of. Anyway, I thought we'd let him go out on loan just so he's got a chance to play some football, because it's been a while since he's played for us. So I thought I'd let him do that. Israel Puerto has gone on loan to Gornik, so we'll probably come across him at some point in the near future. It just made sense. He's hardly played this season. I felt like he's been with us long enough that I could do him the courtesy of giving him some football. So I did him the courtesy of giving us some football. It seemed fair to me. So he's gone out for a while on loan for the rest of the season. Isaac Vinay has gone and joined Stal Brseg. He's been here a while. He's still not developing. He's got about a year or so left in his contract, so we're just going to try and loan him out and get his wages covered before we let him slip off into the darkness. Anton Logi Ludvigsen has joined Krobry, who are in the division below us, and again another player I think will develop quite nicely. He spent a year playing in the Icelandic Premier Division on loan from us last year, and I think this is a good chance for him to get used to the Polish game. He could develop into something special. There's something about this kid, so we'll see how he goes. And I think the final guy out is Carlos Benavides, who's gone to Desna, which is the Ukrainian Premier League. Again, a player who I think will develop quite well for us. Might be a major player next season, replacing Finson, so the more I can get him to play, the better. But wait, that's not it, because I've also arranged some pre-contract transfers, some future transfers. So, Kjell Sherpen, you already saw, is in. Belodi, in. McEachran, in. Mark Guay, confirmed, signed, done. And then we've still got these guys who've been waiting around for a while to come in. They're all very young, so we'll see what happens when they come in the next window. Well, the next winter window, I guess. We've also got Daniel Spin going out and Gregor Kotovic heading out at the end of the season as well. So that's all good, all gravy. Right, that's everything we've done transfer-wise. That felt like it took a long time. What are we looking at there? Like 15 minutes? That took a long time. Right, what have we missed since we last met? So the last games we did were Wisla Plock and Stalmielec, which you saw. We've then played Cracovia in the league, 1-2-0, John Davis and Izzy Brown getting themselves goals. Valdemar Lis been playing up top for just trying to figure out what I'm doing with the rest of the team. Danilic has sort of taken the place as the new first choice left back, so that is why things have reshuffled a couple of times. Um, Again, here we had a draw, 1-1 with Lecce. Francavina scoring for them. Izzy Brown getting another goal for us. Paris Magoma getting himself sent off, which was just pointless. And again, List starting up top just while I play with everything else. Akiari Wright picked up an injury as well, which has been a bit of a problem. We then play Jagiellonia in the league, 1-2-1. Davis and Sterling get themselves goals. Luka Modric making his debut, which was nice to see. Shpakowski, there we go, got it. Made the under 22 cut there rather than List. Just because we're at that stage now, we're so far ahead that I feel like I can start rotating people in and out and developing players as I see fit. We then played Poznan, a 0-0 draw. Nothing too dramatic happened there, nothing of massive note. And then we played Lutz and won 1-0 because Sterling getting a goal. Very little else happening really. I think maybe we played against one of our ex-players. We played against Dixon Bonner in that one as well, so he didn't have to wait too long for a return. But today we're playing Arca Gdynia in the Ekstraklasa. We are currently sitting top. We are 10 points clear. We are guaranteed nailed on in the championship group. There are 10 games to go in the league. I'm not a mathematician, but we're averaging 2 points a game. And I think we probably need another 10 to guarantee the league, so we should make it within a couple of games of the championship group, and I will come back for that game after this episode. So that's kind of been a thing. Right, let me go through the previews and make sure I've actually picked the team, because I think I've got a weird feeling I either cleared them or I was playing with it. And I should have checked before I hit record. So today we're playing Arca Gdynia. We've played them 4 times and won 3. We are absolutely nailed on favourites. Our form is good, our league position is good. There's no one missing. Irvin Omic is ineligible because he is on loan from us, so that's going to be a thing. Let me see what I've done with this team selection. Was I fiddling with it? I was probably fiddling with it. Let's just have a quick look. Let's see what the selection advice says. Is it good advice? Is it bad advice? They want Gomez in there. Do you know what, let's just fix that now. We'll put Kaz Sterling there. We will swap those guys around. Actually, Joe, the one thing that came up in the press while I'm doing this, the one thing that came up in the press that genuinely had me laughing was they asked if the Arca manager had a plan for taking care of Akiari Wright, and the guy they suggested, he said, was going to shut Akiari Wright out of the game. Most recently played for Fleetwood. Now, no disrespect to any Fleetwood fans out there, but I've got Luka Modric in my squad and Ivan Rakitic in my squad, and if the best you think you can offer to face that is a guy who most recently played for Fleetwood, I'm not quaking in my boots. If I'm being perfectly honest, I'll throw Delacroix on there, we'll throw Gomez on the bench, we'll throw Modric on because I'm thinking, we will throw Rakitic in, and then I'll figure all that out in a second. Who's our holding midfielder option for the bench? I guess it could just be Sema, because he's quite versatile. What else do I want on the bench, guys? I want Gonzalez on the bench. I'm going to want at least a striker. We'll put Wright on the bench. Or I say we'll put Wright on the bench. We'll probably rearrange that. And then we'll go with Izzy Brown, and that should be fairly well balanced. Right. Because they talk smack about Akiari Wright, he's starting. That's a fact. And then looking at midfield, feels like it's going to be Luka Modric. Feels like it. Does it feel like a Luka Modric game? Does it feel like a Rakitic game? Do you know, it feels like a Rakitic game. Why the hell not? Do you know, that's the nicest problem to have in football. Do I pick Ivan Rakitic or Luka Modric? I could pick both. There's literally nothing stopping me picking both. But there we go. You saw how I put team selections together. I hope that was entertaining for you. Just me casually deciding between my world-class players. Oh dear, what a chore. I say world-class players like they're still world-class players. They're not world-class players at this stage in the game. They're nearly 40. But I'm still pretty sure at 37 or whatever he is, if Luka Modric shows up playing against Arca Gdynia, they probably crap their pants. Michel Borges is making his debut for them against us today. That's nice to see. Anyone else there who jumps out as being ex-us? No, don't think so. Nope. Cool. Okay, into the game. Let's see what we can do. I did warn you it was going to be a long old episode. I'm really sorry, guys. I'll try to keep it below the hour, but a lot happened, as you can see. A lot of stuff has happened. I've got way too many midfielders right now. Way too many midfielders, but it's fine. We'll roll with it. Why would we not roll with that? Just I can't believe I've managed to sign two top class players. I mean, they're real life top class players, like I keep saying, rather than currently top class players. But even so, I feel filthy. I feel filthy having them here. It feels wrong, especially knowing that most of this back four now belongs to us, or back five belongs to us. Finson's the only loanee we have that won't belong to us come June. Even so, we're not doing a great job. They might have been right about. I think it was this guy Michalski they said was going to keep right out of the game, and they may not have been entirely wrong. I think I'm going to switch to a slightly more attacking thing and just start trying to punish them at this point, because they've been insolent and they've not just rolled over for me, and I'm not okay with that as a choice. We haven't had a single highlight in that first half. That was appalling. Challenge the team to prove a point? Absolutely not. I think we're going to passionately say that we can't do a passionate I'm not happy. Oh, we'll just do that one. Why not? Why not? There's probably an argument that I should have put Fabianski in goal instead of Sherpen, because he's probably a better player. But, you know, I'm used to having Kjell Sherpen in goal. It's comfortable, it's familiar, like an old pair of slippers. So, we'll do that. Let's do it more. In fact, let's do a push forward, because they're frustrated, but they must be able to see they're not doing the best they can here. Rakitic is having a good game. No one else is really having a spectacular game. Valdemar Liss is going to have to come off. We've finally seen a highlight. It's taken like 60 odd minutes. They must have known the episode was running long. Irma takes the throw in. Let's get this clear. Belodi, good work to Liss. Big old ball forward. That's what we like to see. To Akiri Wright. Can Akiri Wright go it alone? He is. He's had a pop. He's put it away. Our first highlight. Our first goal. 21st of the season for Akiri Wright. And I'm just... in real life right now, after everything I've just seen, you know, with the press and them saying, oh, we'll keep Akiri Wright silent, I genuinely would just walk up to the guy on their bench, social distancing, obviously, like, so, about this player that was going to keep Akiri Wright quiet that played for Fleetwood. No. Didn't work out for you, bud, did it? Didn't work out, just didn't work out. Valdemar Liss is tiring, and even Rakitic is tiring, and that is... I'm still enjoying saying those words. Right, let us make a quick change. Let's take Rakitic off. Let's put Jacob Zima in, because he fits what I'm trying to achieve here. Valdemar Liss that way can come off, and it's just awful, but let's send on Luka Modric. That's awful. I just feel so bad saying it. I don't feel at all bad saying that. I'm not even sure if Luka Modric can actually, technically, at his age, achieve being a playmaker. I might have to rethink how I do that. We're going to make him an enganche because it's less movement and he can't walk anymore. But hopefully he can kick. We'll see if that affects anything at any stage in this thing. The hay fever, by the way, is still getting to me. It's driving me mental. Gueye has picked up the ball. Finson, what's he got to offer? A ball inside to Zima. Our first look at the boy. He's made a pass successfully. We'll keep him. Belodi, ball out wide to Felipe Cruz, who we've not seen in a while. He's either been injured or useless. Felipe Cruz crosses it in, and it doesn't really find anyone of any use. And that's you'd think the end of the highlight, but maybe not. Maybe not. Gueye's headed it out. They're going to come on an attack now. Bogdan's going to have a go at us. I'm going to have to do a shouting of some getting creative as Sterling picks up the ball. That was creative. Passes into Wright. That's right, we've still got the ball. Whips it back in. Akira Wright doesn't do anything with that either. Just unnecessary. Do not get me unexcitable like that. What have we? What options? John. Akira Wright. He scored, but he's tired, which gives me the awful decision to make of sending on John Davis, who is the best striker in this league by considerable distance right now. Absolutely ridiculous distance, in fact, probably. Let's get creative again. Why not? Let's see if we can find another goal. Kowalski, if he scores this, we're in trouble. Oh, Sherpen gets a hand to it. Bar. Sherpen is there to make the save, and we haven't embarrassed ourselves. It was offside anyway, which is absolutely fine. But we haven't managed to embarrass ourselves, which is the key thing. And we should be taking a 1-0 win and apparently a 13-point lead in the league, which means we're 8 points away now from securing the title by my calculations, which may or may not be correct, by the way, but I think 21 margin is the golden margin. But we had a 1-0 win, and that will do us nicely for the league. He seems confused by us saying nothing, but what are you supposed to say? Well done, boys. We're going to come back for the FA Cup quarter-final against Odra in a second, though. I have no idea if I pronounced that correctly. Probably not, because that sounded more Spanish than Polish. But we'll make it work. Brush disappointed by the victory. Well, you know, your plan didn't work out, son, did it? Rakitic makes his debut, and apparently people were happy with that. Let's do a pressy. Top quality keeper, facts. Rakitic enjoyed a good debut, facts. Kira Wright picked up player of the match, he was alright. And Levitka, who keeps saying nice things, wants to say Alex Salah, but we don't want to sell him. It does help. Made his debut, will be in our first team plans. We'll take it slow because he literally got picked because I hadn't picked a team. You were feels disingenuous. He wasn't superb. He just scored. We've gone 25 games unbeaten. Let's go and make it 26 by winning a cup quarter-final. Back in a tick. Okay, so FA Cup time. That's what we like to see. We're playing Odra as the away in the FA Cup quarter-final. Chances are in the next round we're playing a top-flight team unless Slask Wroclaw really screw up. Which would be sad because I'd like to play them in the final, just to have a derby and a good crowd. But it's fine, let's get into the match preview. We're favourites for everything, basically. One of the lads has got a slip disc, poor bugger. Right, team selection wise, I've done the thing where I play a bunch of kids, but also I've just gone with the most stacked bench in Polish football history. So this guy's in goal, Lucas Bergstrom, the Finnish goalkeeper that I signed, who's been at Leyton Orient, but previously was at Chelsea, because he's our best potential keeper in the club, and we'll see if he can start to show us something, because we'll give him a chance, why not? Delatka is at right back, Gomez, Pash and Reece Devine. Then we've got Gaston Gomez as defensive midfielder. Gonzalez makes his first start back for the club. Magoma, Liss, Davis and Sterling. That's the starting lineup there, with Felipe Cruz, Mark Guay, Flavius Danilic, I don't like calling him Felipe, Luka Modric, Keisuke Honda, Carlos Bacca, Ivan Rakitic, Zima and Wright on the bench, which is just filthy. It's the stuff dreams are made of if you're a small club. But, you know, we'll see what we can do today. We'll see if we can get ourselves the win we desperately need to get ourselves through to the semi. Honestly, if we get to the semi and we're playing a big club, I'm not going to play the kids, but if we get to the final, I probably will play the kids, because the board just wants to get to the final. They said nothing about winning it, and I kind of don't want to win it just to spite them, but if we do, we'll take it. Anyone here we know that we have played against or sold to them? I don't think so. None of these names look particularly familiar. No one on the bench looks familiar. I don't think we've loaned them or sold them anyone. It's fine. We'll try and encourage the team. Yeah, that worked. Good job, buddy. What's happening in the tunnel? Might you have a problem motivating the team against a position like Odra Complacency must be an issue ahead of this match. No. No. Coming into one good form where opponents not doing it. Do you not fear? Why do you think we'll get complacent? We've not lost a game in domestic football since July, and it's now March. I don't think that's going to be a big challenge. Thomas Ziyech has provided plenty of assists in the FA Cup so far. Do you have a plan to stop him? Um, um, well, we'll praise him knowing he's not as good as our players. We've left Matty Longstaff out. Why is that? Because he's being rested. Don't talk silly. Because I don't need to play my first team against a team that are struggling in the division below us, is your answer. But let's be more friendly than that. The Latka has suffered a pulled hamstring. We might be able to play through it. Reece Devine has decided to get crippled. Ziyech, the guy who's apparently going to get their assists, has died. It's all going on. We're only 15 minutes in. Get creative. We'll take Reece Devine off if we need to, but let's not hurry. Oh, a lovely, good old-fashioned pole in the middle of the stand. Haven't seen one of those in a while. Reece Devine may have suffered a bruised chin, but might be able to play through it. Well, I sure hope so, son. What's going on here? This guy's called Smooger, and he's going to... This kit they're playing is horrible, by the way. Delatka has picked it up, which is probably a good thing, and then Davis, John Davis, the hero. What can he do? Whips it in to Keziah Sterling, who buries it. 23rd goal of the season. That's a 1-0 lead, and things are looking pretty strong already, which is pretty good. I'm not unhappy with that. Be nice to just give these guys a good demolition job, but, you know, we'll see what happens. I just want to kind of get a big score, keep this momentum going, get the youngsters some experience, and hope everyone has fun out there. Let's do more encouragement of creativity, because it seemed to work pretty well last time. We shall see what happens. Reece Devine definitely will have to come off, though, I think, very soon. Maybe half time, we'll see. Paris Magoma has been booked. We might have time to ease off tackles. I might just take him off, to be honest, if we're 2-0 up by then. What's occurring here? Throw in for Zapala. He's thrown it to Furley, but not our Furley, the other Furley, their Furley. Oh, Valdemar Liss has picked up. Is he getting on a tear, go full Polish Messi? I think he is. That's what he's aiming for. Into the box, one-on-one, straight at the keeper. Come on, son. I've been hyping you as the Polish Messi. You're now playing with a guy who has literally played with Messi. Like, let's show some hustle, bud. Yeah. Right, into the dressing room. Let's do that. That's good. That's what I want. Valdemar Liss just sat around listening to stories about how Messi does it and seeing what he can pick up. Filet whips it in. That's gone very close. I didn't like that at all. That was uncomfortable. We don't need to let them do that again. Let's take Reece Devine off in a second. Delatka's got a throw in, which would be nice if we could do something from here. Davis back to Delatka, into Gonzalez. Gonzalez back to Delatka. Delatka with a good left-footed cross into Keziah Sterling, who doesn't really get anything on it. And apparently was offside, which is particularly helpful. How much longer to give Reece Devine? I think we'll take him off now. I like to give people an hour normally, but he's picked up a knock. He can't complain. We'll send on Daniliuc, because Zima is slightly unfit. I should have spotted that before the game. It's fine. I've got like 2 more youngsters on the field anyway. It's not going to be a big issue if one of them doesn't finish it. Let's do another creativity shout, please, and we're going to go to attacking rather than positive, because let's pile on the pressure, get ourselves free and clear. We're going to take Magoma off because Magoma's a lot of booking. Oh look, you want me to send on Luka Modric? Well, I don't mind if I do. Let's send on Luka Modric then. In fact, let me do a quick tactics, because I'm sending on Luka Modric and we're playing a weaker side. I can literally move these guys into their best positions, which is Modric as a DLP, and Gonzalez, yeah, he can play as Mazzala, that's not an issue. It should be fine. I don't know how having 2 playmakers will affect things, but I guess we're about to find out. Valdemar Liss might need to come off just because he's tiring. He's now the wall again, despite being an inch tall. Back post, Bergstrom's let that go in far too easily. Far too easily. That's appalling, quite frankly. And that's made me slightly angry, because You're there to learn, but not make mistakes. Just learn from being good, not from making mistakes. That's what I want from you, which is not how life works. But even so, let's show some goddamn passion, boys. Because that's unacceptable. What are you going to tell me to do if I take off Valdemar Liss? Keisuke Honda. Well, I don't mind if I do. You're definitely an Enganche because you have 0 pace. 0 pace! Could not run if his life depended on it, but, you know, he should also be good enough to do something from here. Right, Danilic to pass with a ball to nobody useful at all. Gomez picks it up though. Danilic, big ball over the top to Keziah Sterling. He's got John Davis available. He finds him. John Davis can't get the shot away properly, and that's gone awfully. I still don't know what happens if it goes to a draw, by the way. It might go straight to pens, which we should be okay at. It might go to extra time, which might kill the old men. Danilic to Sterling. Sterling back to Danilic. Back to Modric. Modric to Danilic. Danilic crosses it over. Really finds nobody. Hopefully Gonzalez will find something. Delatka needs an option. They're defending right on the edge of their box, like the whole team. Gonzalez. That was pointless. Danilic needs to do something from here. Pass. Modric. Gomez. Modric. Gomez. Come on, one of you guys. Any of you guys. You'd expect Luka Modric to pull out something spectacular in a pinch. Ball goes nowhere, and now they're going to attack us with Shishk. Someone do something. No, let's not go out now. That would be awful. That would be, because I'm going to look a right tit if I didn't take this game seriously, and I'd lose. Okay, it's offside. It might be offside. We might have been saved from looking like complete tits. I say we. It was definitely me. Definitely me looking like a right tit. Let's go very attacking right now. Let's do some kind of shouting. Are we really time wasting, boys? Come on. Let's not. No. Let's tackle. Tackle, boys. Tackle. Someone tackle. Anyone tackle. Something, do some tackling. No. The first time we lose in like 8 months is against a team from a lower division. I'm going to be so sad. Was offside. Final whistle as well, apparently. What happens now? Extra time. Alright. Maybe we'll dial back that attacking thing we were doing. That was definitely disappointing. Do I need to actually scream and yell at him? Oh, I think we have done this before. Don't we get like an extra sub in extra time? I'm sure we get an extra sub in extra time. Let's dial that back to where we usually start. That could be an interesting proposition if we get an extra sub. Because I've got to kind of keep in mind that we might have to take some penalties. But also, I've got an extra sub. Which would be Felipe Cruz, I think, actually. If it came down to it. If I can find a way to make that work. I say that, actually. I don't know if I can send on Felipe Cruz. Which isn't going to help with Delatka picking up a booking. Right. Push forward. That's what we need to do. Push forward. Oh, come on, boys. It's half time, extra time. Right, let's. If we can't take off Delatka, I'm sending on our best penalty taker. We can't take off Delatka. Right. Take off our worst penalty taker. Who's our worst penalty taker on the field right now? Pass. Who would replace Pass? I guess logically I've got to take someone off and send on Rakitic, haven't I? Let's do that. Let's take off Gomez, send on Rakitic. Because he can play, in theory, defensive midfield. In theory. Is he better there or is Modric better there? Literally makes no difference. Alright, we'll just do that. Why not? I think we'll put him on ball winning. We'll put him on Regista, because why not? And then we're going to take Modric off of DLP, and I think we'll put him back to Masala. and hope that does something. Regista and Enganche in the same team. I don't know what's happening to me. I'm using positions I can't even pronounce properly and don't fully understand what they actually do. But if this is going to go to penalties, I want my best penalty takers on the pitch. It's not rocket science. Let's go very attacking because we've got to try and get ourselves a goal. They're having far too much of this game. It's actually embarrassing how much of this game they're having. And that's going to go all the way to pens. All the way to pens. Holy crap. That will have to work, I guess. Sterling, Davis, Gonzalez. Sure. Okay, everyone. Little prayer. Into the shootout. Let's see what happens here. Ooh. Go on. Miss this. Or save it. I don't care. Let's just not save it. You're not going to save it doing that, are you, bud? Come on. Let's try harder. Right, Keisuke Honda is going to step up. Come on, bud. You've played like 100 games for Japan. Do it. There we go. Good start. Right, I'm feeling okay now. Just one save will be good from Marciniec. It occurs to me that having a 20-year-old goalkeeper who's never played for us before facing pens might be a bad idea. This might have been that time where I think I should have just stuck Fabianski in. Modric, Luka Modric. Surely Luka Modric can't miss. Famous last words. Come on, Luka Modric. Buries that. Puts it away nicely. Excellent. The old men are finally paying off. Right. Demianuk. I don't know. I don't care. Miss, buddy. You have to actually dive, not just fall over. Come on, keeps. It's not hard. Ivan Rakitic is stepping up. Again, just continuing this filthy lineup of people taking penalties. Rakitic, berries, done. Right. Save. Just a save on the next one, boys. That's what I want. One save. Timmermans. He can't be good. He's the fourth guy up. What's he going to do? Come on. Miss. Save. Miss or save. What are we going to do? You were diving before he kicked it. I knew where you were going. Come on, birds. Right, Keziah Sterling is the captain. He had 23 goals this season. You'd expect him to score, which means he'll miss. Nah, he didn't. He's okay. He's alright. We'll allow it. It's fine. It's going to be a long old penalty shot. I can kind of feel it. Oh, they've got the Oxford missing stand. Sparwasser. It's a name that literally means spa water. Come on, bud. I don't like the fact there's this much pressure on John Davis. He's had a lot of goals over the last year, but this is not a time where I want John Davis under pressure. This is not the time where I want John Davis under pressure. It's also, I was not hoping to have an episode that literally is going to go like an hour-ish long. Oh, long build-up. Come on, Johnny, do us a favour. Straight in. Keep us alive. Keep us alive in the tie. I can't bear to watch. Johnny Davis puts it away. We're okay. We're fine. We're still in the game, boys. We're still in the game. It's fine. Right, Sapala. You've got a chance to miss now. Can you miss? Can you make Lucas Bergstrom an actual hero? He's made some absolutely shocking decisions, and he's made another one. Oh, Lucas Bergstrom's not going to be around for long if he keeps making shocking decisions like that. Oh, Gonzalez is stepping up. We're heading into the awful penalty takers now. We're heading into the absolute pinnacle of, oh my god, I don't want this guy taking a penalty. Beyond Gonzalez, there's literally nobody in this squad I think I want taking a penalty, which is slightly worrying. And it could not even be an option. He could just miss this and send everyone home absolutely miserable. Come on, son. I brought you back for a reason. That'll do it. Right. Okay. We're still in. I hate penalty. I hate live coming penalty shootouts. Zisk. Come on, man. He's got no vowels in his name. Let's do something. Come on. Oh. He kicked it so hard it went through the net. Utterly needlessly, because the keeper was on his holidays. Okay, Flavius Daneliuc, we know is a trusted hand. I'm going to believe. I'm going to keep the faith. but the slow build-up is telling me he's going to absolutely have a mare. He's just going to have a mare. I don't want to see it. I don't want to see it, but I have to kind of watch it to know what's going on. Please, please, please score this. Please. Okay, Ziyech. Ziyech can be the guy to miss. Come on, they're in the 8th penalty taker now. How good can this guy be? Come on. You just had to stand there. The one time you didn't need to dive and you did. Oh, managing penalty shootouts is the worst. Come on, Delatka. Come on. Come on, buddy. You can do this. I believe. Come on, buddy. Come on. Guy's name's Hubert. We know he can do something. Come on, buddy. Yeah, straight away. Okay. Oh, this episode could last all day. Chanisic, you are the guy who misses, I've decided. Come on, bud. Like, so far into the car park. Oh, yes! Lucas Bergstrom made a save against all the odds. He's finally remembered what his hands are for. He's finally remembered that he can dive. And now we just need one man to step up and finish it. That man is going to be Igor Gomes. And all he has to do is not screw it up. I'm not even sure who the next... I guess the next guy up would be... whoever the other guy at centre-half is. Paz? I think it's Paz. He will be the next guy up if Igor Gomes screws this up, which we don't want. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Come on, you can do this. You can do this. Straight in. There we go. It's been the longest penalty shootout, the hardest route to the final. I am exhausted watching that. Ah, that's unnecessary stuff. So close to losing our unbeaten run. Like, I know I was like, oh, come on, we don't... if Zaglevy screw it up. But if we'd screwed it up, Zaglevy fans would have murdered us. Right, so it's going to be us against Zaglevy, Legia or Rakov in the next game. Actually, it occurred to me that every single one of these games, except I think that one, had players on both sides who've played for us before, which is an utterly interesting stat. Okay, right. Let's... quarter-final, done. Wouldn't send it, of course not. Reese Devine, couple of days, job done. Kazuki Honda made his debut and probably his only ever appearance for the club. Because he's retiring. Let's do the press conference, see how badly I get slated. Must be a nervous... I can't really say no, I remain calm throughout. I hate penalty shootouts. No expected to go to a penalty shootout. You managed to win in the end. You spotted our team came to so close to losing. We came way too close to losing that game. Way too close. I'll give him a bit of credit. Are we concerned by Fury and his poor form? No. Yes. Who do I want in the next round? Honestly, I want Rakov. I think we can beat them, actually. They're not the weakest team left, but I think we can beat them. That's what I'm saying. Right. So as we finish the episode, because I'm gonna keep it a surprise who we play. It will be in the next episode, but I'm gonna keep it a surprise who we play. We are currently, as I said, sitting 13 points clear at the top of the table. Rakov, like I said, not the weakest team. Zaglevy are the weakest team left in the cup. Yeah, we should be able to tie things up with a nice bow in the next episode. If it comes where I think it's coming, it should be about next to the game we win the league in. So let's do that. Right. Wrapping up episode mode. That's what I need to go into. Right. Thanks for watching, guys. It has been a pleasure. I'm sorry this episode has gone nearly an hour, I think. Probably 45 minutes-ish. But hopefully it was worthwhile, because you've seen me stress over a penalty shootout we should never have ended up in, sign some world-class players, and just do some general magic. If you look down there, you'll see my socials. Go check me out on socials. Say hi. I like saying hi to people. Say hi to me on the socials. Down there, like and subscribe. If you haven't liked and subscribed already, what are you doing? I'm so close to 100 subs. I think you should help me get there. I'm just saying, just help me get there. But until next time, guys, thank you for watching. I have been Chasing Lamely. You have been awesome. And thank you for watching. Have a good one. See you very soon.